Hi, I'm Dave Wilkinson, and I'm here to talk to you at this moment about censorship. Because censorship is something I recently experienced, and I want to share that with you. It's also been noted by some other people. I have published a book, and there are other videos and other places where you can find out more about witchgrass pipe dream. But in this video, I simply want to talk about the cover, because the cover is really the basis on which my book has been banned by a major chain, two major chains of bookstores here in Maine, by the Bowdoin College bookstore, my own alma mater, and by the Unitarian Church here at the church fair, to which I am a member. So this censorship is based on nothing more than the presence of this leaf, which I'll get into more detail about. But it isn't even as Ginsburg's case was, and this isn't a legal case. This hasn't been officially banned by any official body, just kind of consistently by a number of smaller bodies, and it's still censorship, because people don't get access to the work unless they can find it in the places they're usually looking for it. So this is censorship based on really a botanical image. This is a photogram of a cannabis leaf that I made back in 1969 in Boulder, Colorado. This is one of the first plants I ever grew. Just taking the stash seeds from the grass. Remember that? Back in 1969, it was just grass, and everybody thought it was wonderful, and it still is, but we didn't know much about it. So we just took those seeds, popped them into a pot, and these ones were 4 feet high and beautiful. When the police came in and busted me, yes they did, a 24-year-old young father of 2 children living in a nice house on Mariposa Drive overlooking the Flatirons. We were raided and busted, and that experience has really changed my life. And as anybody who has had this experience can certainly tell you, no, I wasn't in jail for a long time, but I was put through it, and I know what it's like to be hauled away. There's a big difference. So the leaf came out of that experience. The plants were taken, but the photogram of the leaf has survived these 40 some odd years, and now it appears on the cover of this book as a strictly botanically accurate scientific image of a hemp leaf, which for some people is even. So I'm here to tell you, I guess, that if you want to get this book, you're going to have to get it from Amazon, and I hope you will. Now, some people have said, Dave, why are you challenging people by putting this great big leaf? Why don't you put a little tiny leaf? And actually, I have designed an alternate cover, much more conventional, a little tiny leaf, and probably most bookstores, perhaps these same bookstores who have banned it, would allow such a cover in their bookstore. And that may happen down the road when we're more interested in really reaching that market. But right now, I want to keep this cover the way it is, kind of let the freak flag fly, as they used to say about back in 1969, because I'm not that interested in reaching the people who are going to ban this book. I'm interested in reaching you. I'm interested in reaching the activist internet community. I'm interested in reaching the enlightened, the people who are, if they are not tokers or medical cannabis patients themselves, are at least enlightened, experienced, tolerant, and not afraid. I would hope that audience would also include President Obama himself, who I hope will read this book someday. Unlikely, but possible. And also Willie Nelson, to whom I have sent a copy, and hope that even, hopefully on the basis of this cover, it might get to him. Because I'm hoping that really this cover will be a message to the early readership, which is a very large readership, of the people who want to hear this story, who need to hear this story, whose story this is. As I say, we have other videos of what's in the book, but as I say, I'm talking about the cover. There's an image of the town where the events that are fictionalized in this book actually took place, at least some of them, and then the leaf. And when I designed the cover, I was not thinking about censorship. Truly, I was not. And I wasn't thinking about what I was going to do, whether it was right or wrong, or appropriate or not. That's not the way an artist works. I thought, what's the best way to represent what's inside the book on the cover? And this does. It represents the fact that the power of this plant and the resulting tension and power that results from its prohibition has come to absolutely dominate life in a particular town. Fight censorship, buy the book, and wait for the day when maybe I can come up with a version that you can show your mom and dad, or maybe your kids, because things have also reversed themselves in funny ways generationally too at this point. So anyway, that's it. You are looking here at a banned book here in the good old US of A. Love and peace. Get your own copy.